Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is McCue and we do marathon training right around these parts. I'm headed out, doing about a 7-miler, looking to average about 8:30s, maybe closer to 8. The reason I'm making this video is I was looking back at my own YouTube uploads, and I put a video up about 2 years ago in March of me doing 800-meter repeats on a track in Medford, Massachusetts, and I was doing 8-minute paced half miles, which for a guy who feels like maybe I haven't progressed as much, like, I have come so far. Like, the fact that I can go out and do multiple miles, you know, I did like a 7:30 average pace on a 4-miler last week. So like, this video is basically touching back on that. I'm getting a great workout in, and I'm recapping basically the fact that I've still come a long way, even though training has kind of come to a pretty dulled out place right now. So yeah, basically that's the end. Oh, and I made a new intro. Check this out. Alright guys, so the main purpose of this video is basically to say that progress is still happening, whether you see it or not. And this was a good reminder for me that, like, I'm still progressing even though things are really slow right now. So I'm gonna finish up the 7-miler, we'll get back, I'll go over kind of some of the information from this workout, and we're gonna compare it to the exact same workout, if I can find it on Strava, that I did back in March of 2018, doing those 800-meter repeats. So I'll finish up and I'll see you back there. Alright guys, so we are back inside from the run, and we're gonna go over the 7-miler we just did before we touch on the main overarching theme of the video. So we went out, we did a 7-miler, I averaged 8:32s, moving for 59 minutes, elevation 384. That's pretty decent for running around here. Burned about 1,000 calories, and my average heart rate was 166. I can throw those up on the screen as well. That's kind of just a ballpark of where I'm at right now. That marks me off for a 25-mile week. Wasn't the goal. I was hoping to get closer to 30, but for the time being, weekly mileage goals are kind of what you can do. Just make sure you get out there and, you know, work your butt off when you can. So going into the main purpose of the video, I was feeling perhaps not as productive with my running over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, we went through a period of quarantine, did our 14 days, but we've both been working from home for about 6 weeks now. And in general, we're not trying to spend as much time outdoors. You know, we're trying to stay inside whenever we can. So when it comes to training, can't have too high expectations for things. That was getting me a little bit maybe not as inspired on the running part of things, but I thought that I would go back and look at maybe some of my older videos, and I did find this one that I'm gonna pop up on the screen right now. Okay. So welcome back to another marathon training with yours truly. I am here in Medford, Massachusetts, because we gotta get an interval workout in, because it is Thursday, and I'm just gonna call this Thursday intervals. Those things don't even sound good together, but we'll sort it out in the future. Did I turn the mic on? Yeah, I turned the mic on. Okay, so I'm here, I'm doing an 800s workout. I'm gonna do 8 800s with 100-meter rests in between, and I'm gonna go for an 8-minute pace. So I'm gonna be doing 4-minute 800s. Yeah, the only goal here is I know I should be able to do it. So as you can see from that video, I was, believe it or not, a scruffier person back when I was actually out in public doing things. So who'd have thought I'd be a little bit cleaner indoors during COVID-19? But the main point of me showing you that clip is that you know, I was out there doing tempo runs, 800-meter repeats with a goal of an 8-minute mile pace. To put that in perspective, fast forward 2 years ago to this Friday, I went out and I did a 5-miler that had, 250 feet of gain. I averaged about 740 miles, and I think my average heart rate was about 166. So, if you're sitting in a place right now where you don't think maybe you've had as much improvement, maybe go back. If you're on Strava, go back a year, go back 2 years, no matter how long you've been running, and take a look at some of your workouts, and maybe you can remind yourself that even right now you can totally be making some progress, and it might just be something that you need right now to reinforce any sort of training, any sort of goals, whatever your hobbies are. This can really kind of be a good motivation to keep you going, and maybe don't allow you to not get as down on yourself as you might be. That being said, I will also say that this video marks the 1 year anniversary of me going vegan. It's been a pretty big goal, pretty big change, I'll say. Spontaneously kind of made the decision to go cold turkey. Exactly 1 year ago today, April 28th. So this is, I would say, kind of a video just marking, a good point in looking back on where you've been, and make sure you're checking in with where you are here. And, chances are you've made pretty good progress, even if you're not feeling like you are right now. So overarching theme, we're still improving. You might not be seeing it, but I promise you're probably improving out there with your training or whatever it is you're working towards. So that's going to kind of wrap up the video. Stay home, stay safe, get your training in. Thankfully, running is something you can totally do by yourself, even though it's not as much fun. And yeah, of course, we'll see you in the next video. Hopefully you got something out of this. Like, comment, subscribe if you're into that kind of thing, and enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.